Good morning, everyone. It's time once again for our weekly visit with Dan Yagey from Ag Performance of Buffalo Center and Ormsby. Well, Dan, you look about as stuffed as I feel after the big feast we had last Thursday, don't we?
I think I gained 10 pounds. I can't even move. Good thing we're sitting down, Rice.
Let's hope we don't fall asleep during this here, Dan.
I hope not either. I hate sleeping, so I don't think I really will. There you have to.
There you go. I hope we're not boring anybody for as full as we are from Thursday.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Anyway, let's talk about our topic of discussion here this week, something we've talked about, about a month or so ago, cash flows. And it's no surprise that you're going to see some very tight cash flows here coming into 2024, aren't we?
Yep. And this is difficult, guys. I mean, everybody's thinking about which way do I go. I have my friends who I buy from. I want to continue that. That's fine. But you guys got to make business decisions. That's what it's down to. You know, the highest yield possible at the lowest cost I can. But you also have to have relationships to get things done, too, and I understand that. Mm-hmm. I've talked about on the cash flow items, Chris in our office, Patterson, does all that work now and his wife. I don't do near as much of it, but I get so involved with it because even today I got a phone call from a guy with a cash flow problem in South Dakota, and I just said, rent the ground out. He put a new irrigator on one of his farms. I said, just rent it out for 5 years, build the fertility up. You can get over $300 an acre in irrigator ground. He said, are you kidding me? I said, no, I know the farmer probably pay it. But I said, you got many guys to choose from. I think you can, and I think you'd be better off, and you'd be way more relaxed. I know you want to farm, but it isn't huge acres, and he does other things too. Mm-hmm. So those are things got to, and another thing that's on my mind kind of today, I didn't know how to say, I don't want to offend people out there, but let's talk about seed. Mm-hmm. I sell a lot of conventional seed. Everybody knows it. Most seed companies sell pretty much all biotech. I have for over 15 years compared conventional corn with biotech corn, the same ice line or the same number, one with the genes, one without. Mm-hmm. Every year, Rice, and I'm not kidding you, I don't see no 20, 30 bushel difference, but I almost always see 2 to 10 bushel difference. Mm-hmm. And the conventional is almost always better. Mm-hmm. But on the other side, if you don't protect from corn borer nutworm, and that's where we use bifenthrin in furrow or over the top, right at about knee tall, a little bit smaller, so to carry through tasseling for the rootworm. Corn borer is not much of an issue around here, but it'll cost you about $10, and you got biotech corn. Now it's the chemicals you got to think about. Mm-hmm. I can just tell you for conventional, you got to go full rate of the pre, acetylchloronatrazine, and a good post program. You will keep it clean. I'll guarantee you. Now, the only issues that are out there, if you had a lot of conventional stuff before, like beans, willy cup may become a problem with it even on the edges. Mm-hmm. Just do your edges a third time somehow. And a lot of guys that are biotech do their edges anyhow, spray it to a little four-wheeler or whatever, at least on that. But you're going to say if you gain a little bit on yield, and I can save $60, $80 an acre less on seed cost, that affects my cash flow 20 to 25 cents on my break even. Mm-hmm. You got to look at stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that conventional is for everyone, but it is so easy. Mm-hmm. Especially on the corn side. I'm not going on the bean side because that's way tougher. Mm-hmm. And I think it's about impossible, really. Even with the $2-3 premium beans, even we sell conventional, but I've kind of at the point given up more on it. You have to go to the list side more on that to keep it clean. Mm-hmm. Plus, then your conventional corn will be quite clean the following year. Mm-hmm. That is just one thing guys think about. And I'm not trying to give a sales pitch to come to AP and buy our corn here, but talk to your seed men. I want to try some conventional that you offer on that side of it. Just do it once and see what you get. I'll help you put it together and not pressure you to sell how to put it together. It's so easy. Why don't these seed companies compare the conventional ice line with the biotech ice line? I don't get it. They should.
And in fact, another positive, I guess if you want to say it, you're starting to see some input costs starting to go down a little bit going into 2024 here now, aren't we?
I'm not, Rice.
You aren't? Okay.
No, fertilizer's a little bit,
okay,
but it's not as what they're blowing it up to be.
Okay.
Seed seems to be a little higher again, and I think we're a little bit hair lower, being honest with you, because we don't have to worry about these all biotech charges and stuff, just royalties and that. And I'm not trying to talk it down because everybody's got ideas, but I'm going to tell you, things are going to be tight. You cut fertilizer? Yeah, if you got high P and K, you can. But look out. The main thing is it's about availability more than adding so much more. Is everything available? Do a better job with tissues and that. What am I not getting available? Do sulfur, AMS. It's huge, guys. You can't give something like that up. That adds yield both on corn and beans. I believe in it huge on that side of it. I don't even sell that. The elevator sells that.
All right, if anyone has any questions or comments about anything you and I talk about on a weekly basis here, Dan, how'd they get a hold of you?
Call us at Ag Performance at 641-562-2370.
641-562-2370. If we have it memorized, everyone's got it memorized, right?
I think they do.
Well, Dan, have a great week. We'll talk again next week.
Thanks, Rice.
All right, visiting with Dan Yagi from Ag Performance of Buffalo Center in Ormsby.